this is Amy. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you how I am painting on this rock. I have already coated it with a coat of 14 karat gold with it's a multi-surface paint by Folk Art, so that's why it's shiny. And I will be using Licorice, Italian Sage, Sunflower, Thicket, Burnt Umber, Wicker White, and then Moon Yellow. And I might throw in a few things as we go. Main brushes I'll be using tonight are number 2 round, and this is by Heritage, or Princeton, I'm sorry, Princeton Heritage. Then I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch scruffy brush by Plaid, 1-stroke. A couple nail brushes. These are Dewberry U-Pro flat. It is a number 4. A charcoal pencil in white, and then another Dewberry flat, number 6, and then a 1-stroke number 6 flat brush by Plaid. Like I said, I will be attempting to do this without having to use any other brushes, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to start first by painting my sunflower. Alright, so it's my main flower, and I'm going to try to remember to leave room to write a word. Now keep in mind too, please, and be nice, I am not the best one with lettering and writing words, so I'm trying to get better at that, so be kind if you would. If you like this video when we're done, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Now, with doing my sunflowers, I typically, you can do like 1 or 2 rows of petals. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be doing 1. And I like to get it started while my center is still wet. I'm loading this with all 3 of my yellows, and basically just doing an easy petal. So I'm just kind of swiping here, turning it after pulling it. Again, I'm just dipping the brush in to the paint, not doing any kind of a 1-strokey type of loading. I'm just dipping and painting. Alright, so again, you could just go around this again with other, maybe even in between doing other petals. I'm just going to leave it like it is with 1 set of petals for the flower. And then I'm going to come back in here with my scruffy and go over the inside of the flower. And just tap in the center. Now if you want to come back through and add, just kind of dot the center just a little bit, just to give it some, like sun's reflecting on it, that's fine too. Then I'm going to pick up my number 2 round brush and start painting what I would consider a kind of a daisy looking petals. Now if you're starting to paint on rocks, you have to keep in mind that you know, it's a small surface, and you need to allow for that, because this may not be as easy to paint on as what you think. May not, may not, may not. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple of these and just keep them small. And you can overlap, which is what I just did with the daisies over the sunflower petals. Alright, and then I'm going to take my brush, just tap in a center. Doesn't have to be anything monumental, it's just going to be little. And I'm just going to just gently tap it in with the same brush that I painted the petals with. Just keep it simple. That's all you have to do. Does not have to be anything crazy. Alright, so then I'm going to use my number 6 brush to do the petals, or the leaves I should say. And I'm going to be using, it's a mixture of the burnt umber and my Thicket green with a touch of white in it. It's more of an olivey kind of a look. But I know that I want to give this some kind of a color or contrast so that you can see it. When I tried to paint this before, it was just really hard to see. And this still might be too hard to see. But I really like the more of an olivey color for the green. Just makes it a little bit harder to see. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Alright, so we're going to do this again here. I'm just going to be pulling out some little leaves. Just pulling some leaves out. Pulling some leaves. What are you doing? Pulling some leaves. Now you can go back through and add a little stem in each one if you want. Up to you. Alright, now I'm going to make a little bit, a few of these bigger leaves, my bigger kind of wave leaves. I really don't know the proper terminology, but what I'm going to do is do the lighter part on the outer side so that maybe it makes it a tad bit easier to see. And I did that wrong. Don't do what I do. Don't follow me. Gotta go back here and do this again. Yep. I'm gonna go back over that. Normally it's not that hard to do. I don't know what I'm doing right now. don't know why it's not working right. You know what? I'm going to have to switch over. This is silly. And one wrong turn can make a difference. Just trying to keep it light. I did it again, wrong color. But you can actually do them like that, where you have the darker color on one side and the lighter color on the other side. So either way is fine. It's just that that's not what I was trying to do. I'm going to switch back to my smaller brush in hopes that I can get this to look the way I want it to. Alright, let's see what we got going on here now. I'm going to try to do the lighter color on the outside again. Okay, so we have one there, and we have that going on, so that's fine. Now, if you want to, like say, come back in here because you don't want this leaf, this petal, flower petal to be covered, just come back in and touch them up. Not a biggie. Or it's okay. It's okay to have them covered up. But on this one, with it being such a small design, I'm going to come back in and do, you know, fix it. Because I do want more of it to be, the white ones to be on top if possible. Alright, and just leave a little bit of it covering. Now, also, what you can do, you can add more contrast to these than what I'm doing right now, but you can take, you know, take some white and just kind of dabble, you know, just so that it gives it more interest, since a lot of the coloring is kind of hard to see. And just tap in. Tap in like that. And we'll just keep tapping in. Alright, it's pretty. Now, if you want to put in a word, which I typically like to do, oh, I'm sorry, my hands are a mess. You can come in here with the white pencil, and I just want to put the word calm in here. Now, a lot of times I have a problem with this, and I'll have to keep erasing it, but just fine. Like I said, painting the words on is not my strong suit, but I'm practicing. So hopefully I'll just keep practicing and get better and better and better. Now I'm using a Posco pen, a paint pen. to write this on here. I mean, you can paint it with a brush if you're good at doing that. But I definitely like inspirational words and feel like that's very important to me right now. Just put calm on here. And then if you really want to add a little bit more, I really love this 14 karat gold, whatever I did with it. You can come back in here and add some more of that too. Let me brush this off real quick. Add some more in here, and then just come back over just ever so lightly. You know, with some of the gold. And put it back in here. And even on like some of the petals here, if you want to do it white, it feels like it's not coming off. You can hardly see it. But anyhow, there is some in there. Now with this Posca pen, if you feel like it's too light, you can, give some more drying time and then come back over it. I like it. I mean, it's definitely easier to write with the pens. But like I said, for me it does take some practice. And I'm still working on that. Really am. It's not quite as dark as I'd like it to be. But I feel like sometimes I don't know where I'm getting all this paint from, but sometimes when you go over it too soon, then it'll just run. And I think it has a tendency to want to do that. Now, if you're experienced at writing with paint pens and you have one that works better, I would definitely love to hear from you down in the comments. That would be awesome. Now too, if you'd like to make a little bit more, I don't know, interest, detail, that kind of thing on your project, you can take a stylus and then just do some more dotting. Now on this one, it's more or less to give it some interest, but not just around the center. And it can be, just around the center if you want, because they are pretty when you put dots in them. But I love these black dots. Definitely love the black dots. Alright, I mean you can do it to the other ones too, but I'm just going to kind of go around the center just a smidge with a little bit of the black detail. And just stop with that. I don't want to go over it too much. But there you have it. I think it's pretty. I don't want to pick it up right now because I don't want to get my fingers in the paint. But it's just a quick little tutorial on how to paint a rock. I love flowers, so that's what you're going to see out of my tutorials because that's what I like. And I like the inspirational words. Now, I'm looking at this thinking, I just don't know if it seems to be bright enough. I do have these little paint brushes, and I can just easily come in here and right over them to get the white to be a little bit more vibrant. And maybe it would be more vibrant if it were on the black background, but I think it looks pretty on the gold background doing this. And alright, so there we have it. Alright, if you have any comments, questions, please leave them down below. If you like this video, once again, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post something new. And if you would also share this video, I would appreciate it. There is a share button underneath it, which makes it very easy to do. And until the next time, you have a good one. See you then.